everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to this edition of the Monday Message. This is Katie M. Reed from katiemreed.com, and I'm so glad you are joining me today. Hey Beth, welcome friend. I was thinking about you. How are you feeling? Hey, this is a total side note, but I made a turkey and cheese sandwich. Hey hubby, today, a grilled turkey and cheese sandwich. Hey Lauren. On French bread. Hey Jen. And I put French dressing. Hey Marissa, on the top of it. Has anyone ever tried that? A little French dressing on the top of your grilled cheese? Usually I do jam. Hey Rachel, so glad you are here. Sometimes I do jam on top of my grilled cheese, but a little bit French dressing. I dare you to try it. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. But let me flip around here. Welcome. So glad you guys are here. So, Katie M. Reed from katiemreed.com. If you want to read a little bit about, thank you so much, Jen. Hey, this is from Work of Worth. And I don't know if you heard the story earlier, but my sister stalked my Pinterest board of things that I like, and she found this on here and got it for me for Christmas. Isn't that so fun? And then these were from Meijer for $1.49. Oh yes, ranch. Yes, is that a Midwest thing, do you think? Or do lots of people put ranch on everything? But anyway, if you, my husband Adam and I do, yeah, that's right. And you're in New York, is that right, Lauren? So my hubby and I on Wednesday nights do a marriage periscope. And if you want to read a little bit about our love story, kind of before we even started dating and that, you can go to katiemreed.com today. And I'm also sharing more of the story over at, oh, fun. Where in Cali did you live? I lived there for a year when I was let's see, I think when I was 4 to 5 years old, and we lived kind of near Watsonville. So anyway, and my sister's out in LA right now. Okay, very cool. So anyway, I'm also on Uniquely Yours website today. Oh, funny. Yes, we have some friends from Canada, and we tease each other all the time, Marissa. But anyway, so if you want to read some of our love story, it's over there on the blog, and then also on Uniquely Yours. Also, if you guys have not caught If Gathering this weekend, they live stream. Jenny Allen and friends host a conference in Austin, Texas, and it's also all around the country and the world. But wow, there was some great teaching. And if you just go to ifgathering.com, up until tonight, I believe, you can still access for free all the sessions. I didn't get to watch them all, but 3 of my favorite sessions were Jenny Allen's session. She spoke to my try-hard heart, my people-pleasing heart. Angie Smith gave an awesome message about, how God might not do what we want, but He has already done enough through Jesus. Great message. And then also, I learned about this ministry called International Justice Mission. And we're going to be highlighting them on the blog for Extension 26. But those were my 3 personal favorite sessions. But be sure to check it out. I mean, it's free right now today. So try to at least catch 1 or 2 of the sessions or more if you can. But what I want to talk to you about today is, are you living a cluttered life? And I don't know about you, but I have trouble with clutter. And so my wonderful life coach, Darlene from heartswithapurpose.com. If you guys need a life coach, please check out Darlene. God has used her to help me get unstuck. And so she said to me, okay, Katie, you sent off your memoir for critique. You've got a little bit of time before you have to start making revisions. How are you preparing for your baby that's coming in May? How are you preparing your home for your baby? Not just your heart, but also the home, the nest. And so she walked me through. It might sound, maybe some of you are really neat and clean, so maybe you just want to go la la la. But anyway, I needed help because what I tend to do is I look at the whole house and I feel completely overwhelmed, so I don't really do anything. So she helps me to figure out, to break things in manageable steps. And again, I will start one project and then I'll do another and then nothing gets done. And it's just overwhelming and stressful. So what I did when I was listening to If Gathering live stream, my daughter and I were in the kitchen, I cleaned the fridge. Now listen, I have probably only cleaned my fridge 3 or 4 times in my life. Some other people have cleaned it for me out of the goodness of their heart, but that's embarrassing to admit. But my fridge looks so good. Every time I open it, I just am like, whew, deep breath. And then I forgot about the freezer. I mean, this took me hours to do. You know, I decluttered the fridge. And so, oh, clean it, Lauren. You will feel so much better. You can listen to Periscopes while you clean, right? So, anyway, I had forgotten to do the freezer. So my darling daughter blessed me and just surprised me and did it. So, it was so cool. But anyway, and so the other thing is she was telling me, again, this sounds like a no-brainer, but it was like changing my world. She said, if you don't use something every day, put it away. If you don't use something every day, put it away. So like my flour, sugar canisters went in the Lazy Susan. And guess what? I have all this counter space now and just room to actually, you know, I like to be creative. And so sometimes I'm like, I don't clean because I'm creative. But you know what? Everyone says it. When you clean up, you are free to be more creative because you're not carrying that baggage of that clutter that's wearing you down. My friends, Amber, Leah, and Wendy Speak are coming out with a book called Triggers. And I want to see if I get the subtitle right. Exchanging angry responses for gentle biblical principles, perhaps. That's close anyway, but Triggers is the name of the book, and it comes out February 16th. This is a book, if you are a mom, if you know a mom, if you want to be a mom someday, this is a book for you. And on February 16th, I'm going to be hosting Wendy there and also be giving my book review for it, but there's a chapter about clutter. And for me, clutter can be a trigger for my anger. I just get so overwhelmed. So one of the sources besides the kitchen that needed to be addressed is my boys' room. There's 3 boys in a small room. And one of the things that was driving my husband and I crazy was, just all the stuff. They needed help organizing. So we hung up clothes because their dressers, 2 of the drawers are broken. So it's like they only have 3 drawers. One of them wanted to put all his little treasures in the top. So really they have 2 drawers of folded clothes. So we hung up a ton of clothes. And then they have this whole arsenal of Nerf guns. Yes, you can see this picture on Instagram at Katie_M_Reed. You can see this picture. But we hung up, my husband hung up. It was my idea, husband carries it out. Isn't that true how that happens, hubby, a lot? So I'm the visionary, he's the grunt work. So anyway, we made this piece of art, as I like to call it, arsenal art, #arsenal art, up on the wall. And so we have some of the Nerf guns going this way, some going this way. He did a really sweet thing with 2 that, like this, 2 that were the same kind of back to back. Very creative, hubby. So we have this wall. You can check it out on Instagram. And it's arsenal art. It's functional, but it's also fun. And the boys are so proud of their collection. But guess what? When they want to take one down, they got to carefully put it down. And then we carefully put it back up. And so we're no longer going to be tripping over them. So what my friend Brandy and my husband and I were saying, if anyone has an idea for Legos, how to do that with something with Legos, to keep it organized, let us know, because oh my goodness, we step on them all the time. So anyway, back to the book Triggers, #Triggers book. If you just search that hashtag, you'll find awesome things. And but sometimes, if we have all this clutter, it can cause us to be angry and impatient with other people. And so my challenge for you is, let's not live a cluttered life. But I'm not just talking about the house, right? It's talking about our mind and all the things we're doing. And so today I had a small victory. I was listening to If Gathering, and Rebecca Lyons was talking about how God sometimes wakes her up at 3 a.m., to have quiet time. And I was like, oh, but I have been sleeping in a lot. And so today, my youngest, he came in and said, Mom, I'm poopy. And it was like 6 a.m. So I got up and changed him. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of bed. I should have my quiet time. And even though I was tired, I'm like, God's providing me this time. And I used to get up at 6. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And so I had some great time with him. And then I wondered why I was hungry at 10:30, but I had eaten at like 6 a.m., But the day feels so long. I mean, it's 1:30 and I don't feel behind because I just did the one thing. I started with the one thing, spending time with the Lord, but then a tendency for me with homeschooling is I'll be trying to do lots of things and homeschool. And then everyone's just frustrated because I'm not really available. I'm semi-available. I'm frustrated with them because I feel like they're interrupting me. It's just this vicious cycle. But today, after the kids ate breakfast, I started doing our Bible reading and we just got done reading about Amy Carmichael. I got that done. They got their stuff done. And now we're all happy because we're done. And so it sounds really simple, but this is changing my life. If I just do one thing and I stick with it till it's done, it's amazing how much more productive I feel than doing 50 things at the same time and getting nothing done and being irritable in the process. Can I get an amen or a heart? Can anyone relate to that? So I want to encourage you, if you want to live a less cluttered life, focus on the one thing that you need to be doing next. That one thing could be giving your husband sweet love. The one thing could be changing a poopy diaper. Oh, yes, we'll pray for you right now, Marissa. Dear Lord, please heal Marissa. Help her fever to go down. Would you give her peace and comfort and healing? So anyway, or, maybe that next thing is doing that assignment if you're, homeschooling your kids, or it's scheduling a doctor's appointment. Hey, Larissa, welcome. Enjoyed tuning into your scope today. But what is that next thing he's asking you to do? And sometimes we avoid the next thing, that one thing, because it just sounds tedious. But I promise you, as I'm learning, it's like as we get that done, it's done. It's not weighing us down with all this emotional clutter. So anyways, I hope that encourages you today. And obviously, starting the day with the one thing, time with the Lord, however that looks for you, sets the tone for the whole day. But Larissa did a great scope today about goal setting, and it inspired me, just like, what is the next thing you need to do? Because sometimes the whole day can feel overwhelming, but as we get that next thing done that we need to, we're just freed to focus and be really present on the next thing to come. So I hope that encourages you. I also wrote a post during the October 31 Day series. My series is called The Restoration Project, and there is a post I wrote about curbing clutter and throwing away stress. And I will share that on my writing Facebook page. It's just Katie M. Reed Writer. Excuse me. It's Katie M. Reed, and then the little, after the / is just Katie M. Reed Writer. I'll share that link so you guys can look at that, and then also the hashtag for the Triggers book that you guys definitely need to check out. But let's live less cluttered so we can live more fully. I'm Katie M. Reed from katiemreed.com. I hope that you'll come back on Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, and hubby and I will be giving some hilarity and marriage tips and awkward silence or little smooches, anything like that. You never know what you're going to find. Yes, hashtag it. You are welcome, Lauren. So I hope you join us at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for our Stop Hammock Time marriage periscopes. And I hope that you have a great day. Declutter one thing today and live more full. Talk to you later.